Welcome everybody. Today we're going to do a 10-minute yoga stretch. So this is a daily stretch that you can do every single day. Simple exercises, quick and easy to get you ready for the day and to get your body feeling juicy and flowing. So we're going to start actually by standing. So we're going to come up into a nice standing position and we're just going to take some big swoops up with the arms and reach up and then fold all the way down. And all the way up and all the way down. Let's just do that a couple of times. So we're really stretching out and awakening the body, maybe reaching up that little bit higher. Really creating space in the ribs, the heart, throat, gazing up to the sky or the ceiling, no matter where you are. Taking one more. And then stay at the top here. We're going to interlace the hands together and turn the palms up towards the ceiling or the sky. And all we're going to do is create tension in the hands and lift up. So keep a nice ground position with your feet. Maybe take the feet hip width apart and take a big stretch. Make sure that we're still squeezing in our muscles. Keep them active so we're not being a bit sloppy here like this. We're being nice and strong. And then just let it go and then fold all the way down and just let your head hang for a moment and sway from side to side. Here we're going to release any junk in our trunk in terms of the thoughts and the heaviness in our head. Just let the head release any tension it's holding. We're not here to worry about yesterday. We are here for today. Every day is a new day, new opportunity, and we have a choice. And I ask you in this moment, what do you choose today? What does your choice want to be for the day? And then slowly bending the knees, come back up to standing. Here we're going to place the hands on the hips and we're going to take the right foot over to the outside of the left side of the foot. Left side, right side. If you can't get it all the way over, just take it to the front slightly. And then from here we're going to leave the left hand on the left hip, raise the right hand up and just take a side stretch. So we're just creating space in the ribs. We can gaze up slightly. And make sure that we're pushing evenly through both legs. And then slowly release, come back to the center. We're going to change sides. So release the right foot, take the left foot over. Left arm comes up, reach up. Create space, keep rooting down through both feet. Maybe take a little gaze up. The sun is out here in the UK, which is really nice because it has been a little cold. And then come back to the center. Great. We're going to release and shake off. Shake the arms off. And then we're actually going to come down to the ground. What I want you to do is I want you to come down on your back. So from here, we're going to come onto our back. We're going to bring the knees up into the chest. And we're going to extend one leg. And we're going to hug the other knee into the chest. So we can extend the right leg to start with. And we're going to flex the foot so the toe heads towards our head. Oh, my wording today. And what we're going to do here is create some tension in the back of the legs. So all we're doing is this motion here of the ankle. And naturally there we will get a beautiful stretch in the back of the leg. Now I invite you to relax the shoulders a little bit and let the back become a little heavy. And just focus on this flexion in the foot. And then now I want you to drop the flexion into an extension and point the toes away. And you're going to get a nice stretch in the front of the ankle. Maybe the calf starts to create a bit of tension where it's working. And then come back again into that flexion. Really lifting up through that heel, sending that heel away from you. Creating that beautiful big stretch in the back of the legs. And then again, just an extension. Maybe a rotation if it feels Nice. We can take a couple of circles in one direction and the other. And then slowly bring that knee back into the chest. And let's change sides. So lifting up that left leg now. Create some flexion in the ankle, pointing the toes towards you. Lift up through that heel. Maybe you get a little crack. I just got a little crack in the old knee here. And if you do tend to lock in your knees, maybe just be a little soft in the knee. Don't fully extend. You can still get that rooting through the heel without locking in the knee. So just do whatever is right for you. You know your body better than anyone else, hopefully. And then take that extension, pointing the toe away. And then taking again the flexion. And maybe seeing if we can lift up a little more now. So sending that leg up a bit longer. Maybe pushing that hip down into the ground and imagining somebody is lifting up our leg. And then taking one more extension and maybe taking some rotations. A couple in each direction. And then slowly release and bring the knee back into the chest. From here, we're going to create some circles. So we're going to keep the hands on the knees, bring the knees up in towards the chest, out to the side, let the feet drop down to the floor, bring them in and out. So creating some nice big movements in the hips. Wow. Take one more and then we're going to change direction. It might feel a little bit weird. Your hands might drop away from the knees if they go a little too far out, if you've got short arms like me. Just do what feels good. And then slowly let the feet come back down to the ground. And just roll onto your side, place your hands to the floor to come up to a seated position. So from here, we're just going to do some movements into the spine to really get you ready for the day. So we're going to take the hands up over the head. And then as we bring the hands down, twist to your left side. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand comes behind you to support you. Fingertips or hand to ground. Lift up through the spine now and look over your left shoulder. Just follow the ease of the breath. And if you've noticed that you're breathing a bit quickly, maybe try to take some deeper breaths and slow the breath down. Maybe you can soften the eyes. If you've noticed you're clenching on with this right hand, maybe just soften a little. Keeping up nice and straight in the torso. And then gently come back to the center. Release the hands up again. And this time twist to the right side. So the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Right hand comes behind to support. Lift up through the torso. Gazing over the right shoulder. Following that breath. Maybe taking a few deep breaths. Don't worry too much about the breathing in terms of nose or mouth. Sometimes I like to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth when I'm in poses like this. Some people breathe nose, some people breathe mouth. We're not really here at this moment to get a bit complicated with the breath. Just try to be with the body. Just one step at a time. We tend to overcomplicate things in life, so just try to keep it as simple as possible. And then come back to the center. And then from here, we're going to just take some circles. You may want to open up the knees a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to just take some rotations in the hips. So going out from one knee to the other. Coming back and around. So just taking these nice big circular motions in the hips. And remembering to maybe be a little explorative in the body. The body doesn't have to look a certain way when we do this. So just feel into what the body needs. Maybe the head wants to get a little rock and rolly and release some tension. Remembering not to care what you look like. And then gently coming into stillness, we will change direction. Again, taking what it is that you need. And then gently coming back into the center, big smile on the face. See if we can just lift up through the spine a little bit taller. So not lifting up through the head, so keep the head nice and central. And just see if we can lift up, so really rooting down into the sit bones, lift up through the spine. Imagine someone's got a coat hanger and they're pulling the top of your head straight up. Nice. And then we're actually going to finish in a standing position, being a little weird and funky, because I like weird and funky. So come join me in a standing position. And from here, we're just going to shake off. So just shake the hands, maybe take a little shake of the body. And then just take a little jump. Maybe take the arms up over the head, get a little bit weirder. Bouncing around. And remember, come into stillness now. Remember your choice today. What are you choosing? Are you choosing to move through the day with love and play? Are you choosing not to be stressed and overwhelmed? Are you choosing not to let yesterday's annoyance or yesterday's experience bother you today? Whatever it may be, just remember it and let it come with you throughout the day. Thank you so much for joining in. Please subscribe to the channel and join us for more practices, and I will see you soon. Take care.